Hey explorer! Are you ready to embark on an exhilarating journey into the untamed kingdom of deadly snakebites? Get ready for an adrenaline-fueled adventure into the heart of danger. It's a journey you won't soon forget. Join us as we unravel the harsh reality of what transpires when these slithering predators unleash their deadly strikes, from the venom coursing through your veins to the desperate race against time for survival. And get ready for the gripping account of Scott Vuncannon's harrowing encounter with one of the deadliest serpents. So, let's dive in. Picture this: you're strolling through vast meadows, lost in the serenity of its lush greenery. Suddenly, a sharp, searing pain shoots through your calf. Startled, you look down to see the chilling sight of a slithering snake sinking its fangs into your delicate skin, injecting its venom and leaving behind its signature red bite marks. Yikes, a snake bite! If that wasn't enough to send shivers down your spine, brace yourself for what's about to unfold next. Now, before you get too worried, it's worth pondering that not all snakes are villains. In fact, they play a crucial role in our ecosystem, keeping the rodent population in check. Plus, did you know that the majority of snakes out there are completely harmless? Yep, that's right. Across the globe, there are over 3,700 species of snakes. Surprisingly, only 600 of them are venomous, and even fewer, just 200 species, possess venom potent enough to cause harm or injury to a human, so the chances of you encountering a killer snake is quite slim. Consider these eye-opening statistics. Approximately 5.4 million people worldwide fall victim to venomous snakebites each year. Around 100,000 of them don't survive those deadliest strikes, and a staggering 400,000 are left with grappling disabilities, including paralysis and amputations. Now, before you get too alarmed, let's put those numbers into perspective. That's only 1.8% of people who don't survive, and 7% left with disabilities. So that's not so bad. But are you now wondering, how on earth would I know if the snake that bit me is venomous or not? Yes, it's a tricky situation, but don't worry, we've got you covered. Here's the survival tactic. Always treat a snake bite as if it's venomous. Whether it's a harmless garden snake or a venomous viper lurking in the grass, swift action can mean the difference between life and death. But hey, if the bite turns out to be a harmless nibble, count yourself lucky. However, don't let your guard down just yet. Even those non-venomous serpents pack a punch with their bacteria-coated fangs, and if you're one of the unlucky few that are allergic to snake saliva, your body can be taken for quite a wild ride. These allergic reactions can manifest as itching, hives, swelling of the face or throat, vomiting and weakness, difficulty in breathing, and other systemic allergic reactions, including the life-threatening anaphylactic shock. So it's crucial to seek emergency medical help immediately after a snake bite, regardless of the snake's venomous status. And so, what happens in your body if the snake turns out to be venomous? The aftermath of a venomous snake bite depends on various factors, such as the potency of the venom, the amount injected, the location of the bite, your general health, and most importantly of all, if you understand snake bite first aid. First things first, let's demystify the snake venom. Did you know that the seemingly innocuous white or yellow-colored liquid known as venom or zootoxin is actually a highly modified saliva? Produced by special salivary glands located behind the snake's eyes, it's not your ordinary drool, but a potent concoction finely crafted to be 80% protein and 20% enzymes, and its purpose is to immobilize prey and strike fear into predators. Quite the sinister cocktail, don't you think? But here's the twist. While most of these enzymes pose no threat to humans, lurking within this toxic venom are around 20 enzymes capable of wreaking havoc on your bodies. So it's not just the bite, but also the spit that proves deadly. Pretty scary, huh? And guess what? Those fangs, which are actually its upper jaw teeth, act like the snake's very own syringes. They're intricately connected to the venom glands through conducting channels called ducts. So when the muscles in its head contract, they squeeze the venom glands, propelling the toxins through its fangs and directly into your skin. It's essentially a poisonous injection delivered straight into your bloodstream. Mind-blowing, isn't it? Even more remarkable is the impressive skill of certain snakes. Ever heard of the Mozambique spitting cobra? This snake has a pretty wild talent. It can spit its venom with remarkable precision, reaching distances of about 1.8 to 2.4 meters. That's like turning defense into offense in the blink of an eye. Now, that's a pretty cool trick, isn't it? But here's where it gets even more intriguing. One snake's poison may not match another's, even if they are from the same species. And not every snake bite is a death sentence. In fact, about 50% of the time, snakes deliver what is known as a dry bite, withholding their venom and leaving their victims unscathed. It's a chilling display of who's really in control, a stark reminder that these slithering reptiles are not to be underestimated. But here's the astonishing reality. Often, the snakes most deadly to humans are not necessarily the ones with the most potent venom. Take the inland taipan, for instance. It's considered the most venomous snake in the world, yet there hasn't been a recorded human death from its bite since 1955, because they are solitary, rarely aggressive, and live in the remote Australian bush. And let's not forget that most of the time, these snakes are scared of you and don't want to come across you. Notably, Australia is home to the most diverse range of reptiles anywhere in the world, including some of the top 25 most venomous snakes. The deadliest venomous snake species responsible for causing the greatest number of medically significant human snake bites are known as the Big Four. Let's meet them. In fourth place, we have the common krait. This nocturnal assassin attacks in the cloak of darkness. It's estimated to cause 10,000 deaths per year. Securing the third spot is the Indian cobra, a formidable predator that strikes fear into the hearts of its predators. It's estimated to cause 15,000 deaths each year. Coming in at number 2 is Russell's viper, a relentless hunter prowling the grasslands and farmlands. It's responsible for an estimated 25,000 fatalities annually. And finally, in the top spot, we have the saw-scaled viper, a tiny terror with a lethal punch. Despite its modest size, this viper is a force to be reckoned with, boasting a venom so potent and an aggression so fierce that it ranks as one of the fastest striking and most feared serpents in the world. The saw-scaled viper is thought to be responsible for the most human snakebites and fatalities each year in the world. Now that you've delved into the secrets of venom's arsenal, prepare yourself for a bone-chilling journey into its deadly assault. These potent toxins wield their lethal power mainly in two ways: by targeting your circulatory system, your very lifeblood, or your nervous system, the command center of your body. Neurotoxic venom acts as a silent assassin, swiftly infiltrating your nervous system and wreaking havoc on neurons that control your muscles. Imagine paralysis creeping from your head down your body, rendering you powerless. Left unchecked, it can even seize control of your diaphragm muscle, robbing you of the ability to draw breath. It also affects the muscles and nerves responsible for vision, resulting in blurred vision, double vision, and eventually blindness. Without immediate intervention, death may come knocking due to respiratory or heart failure. On the flip side, hemotoxic venom opts for a more direct approach, preying on your bloodstream. It triggers the formation of countless tiny blood clots while puncturing holes in your blood vessels, leaving them to leak uncontrollably. This dual onslaught manifests as uncontrollable bleeding from your gums, nose, eyes, and even your brain, leaving you in excruciating agony. It can also lead to extensive swelling, bruising, and a drop in blood pressure. Without medical help, you may find yourself in a race against time, succumbing to the relentless bleeding until the inevitable end, your death. Think that's enough? There's more to this venomous assault on the human body, unfortunately. Some venoms possess a myotoxic nature, targeting your precious muscle tissue and potentially causing kidney and heart failure. Then, there are also the highly destructive cytotoxic venoms that attack blood cells, and tissues alike. Initially, you might just experience localized symptoms: pain, swelling, and bleeding. But this venom has a trick up its sleeve, escalating into a nightmare of symptoms: red blisters, ominous blue or black spotting, and intense vomiting. Without swift intervention, it's not just survival at stake, but the possibility of life-changing amputations. So, what do you do if you've been bitten by a snake? Most importantly, no matter how dire the situation seems, there are certain actions you should avoid at all costs. Attempting to suck the venom out or cutting the bite area won't alleviate the situation and could potentially worsen it. Similarly, applying cold compresses, tight bandages, or tourniquets might restrict blood flow and intensify the venom's effects. In the event of a snakebite, it's advisable to remain calm, lie down, stay still, and ensure that the affected limb is positioned below your heart level. Where possible, apply a pressure mobilization bandage. If you can identify the snake without going near it, be sure to have that information to pass on to the medical team. Above all else, always seek immediate medical assistance. It could very well be the difference between life and death. Now, brace yourselves for the most gripping segment, the chilling, real-life account of Scott Vuncannon, a former 58-year-old Boy Scout who faced the wrath of the deadliest rattlesnake bite. Scott was hiking along the Ellicott Rock Trail in the Nantahala National Forest on a sunny day one August. As he approached the turnaround point near the Chattooga River, about 4 miles from the trailhead, suddenly the disaster struck. Without any warning, a deadly rattlesnake bit him on the left calf as he stepped into a clearing. Reacting quickly, he tied a bandana around his leg to stop the bleeding. Reflecting on the moment, Scott recalls, "By the time I did that and stood back up, I could actually taste the poison in the back of my throat," describing the metallic taste and a numbing sensation. Within just 5 minutes of the attack, sweat was pouring from his face, and his vision began to blur, a clear indication of the venom's swift and ruthless assault. Over the next 3 hours, Scott struggled to cover what he believed was only a quarter-mile back toward the trailhead before his body succumbed to exhaustion. He recalls, "My leg was hurting, but my gut was just on fire. It felt like someone was stabbing me with a butcher knife." Scott lost consciousness at least 4 times during this period. 5 hours after the attack, his throat had become so swollen that he couldn't speak, and he eventually lost hope. Fortunately, emergency responders arrived just in time, airlifting him to safety and promptly administering anti-venom, ultimately saving his life. Scott's harrowing ordeal serves as a stark reminder of the merciless nature of snakebite injuries and the critical importance of timely medical intervention. As our journey into the realm of snakebites ends, let Scott's traumatic experience resonate as a potent reminder of the dangers lurking within nature's embrace. Let these words linger. Before the venom takes your life, it's the fear, ignorance, and loss of hope that prove deadliest. Keen to hear more tales of survival? Check out our other video about whether you can survive without a stomach.